Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Charlie. On today's episode, I'm going to be showing you how to make my delicious New Orleans Shrimp Creole from scratch. Now, Shrimp Creole is a Creole dish from Louisiana. It consists of shrimp that are cooked in a savory tomato sauce that has seasonings, herbs, and spices in it. And also, Shrimp Creole is known for its spicy flavor as well. And we also add shrimp stock to it to give it a wonderful shrimp flavor. And of course, it's served over a bed of rice before serving. This recipe can get about 8 to 10 servings. It's flavorful, full of shrimp, and absolutely delicious. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, here's all what you'll need to make your New Orleans Shrimp Creole. Let's get started with our ingredients. You'll need 4 pounds of medium-sized Louisiana shrimp, and along with that, you will need 3 6-ounce cans of Hunt's tomato paste, 1 large tomato, that's 14 ounces in weight of course, salted or unsalted butter. You can use any type of long grain rice. I'm going to be using jasmine rice. And for your seasonings, you'll need 1 medium-sized yellow onion, celery, green bell pepper, garlic, some fresh oregano, fresh basil, fresh thyme, fresh parsley, and bay leaves. And for your additional seasonings, you'll need some salt, black pepper, Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. Now, if you don't have this, you can use the Zatarain's Creole seasoning or the Slapping Mama Cajun seasoning. You will also need some Chef Paul Prudhomme's Seafood Magic, some crushed red pepper, and some cayenne pepper. And if you don't want a spicy shrimp creole, you can omit these 2 ingredients from the recipe. And there we have it. Alright, let's get straight to it. We're going to get started by chopping half of a yellow onion. Next, I'm going to rinse off my celery, green bell pepper, parsley, oregano, basil, and a large tomato off with cold water. Chop 3 ribs of celery. Make sure you remove the core out of the center of your bell pepper before you chop it. Chop half of a green bell pepper. Here I have 3 cloves of garlic. I've cut them in half. Take a garlic press and press the garlic. And there we go. Here we have our fresh parsley. I'm going to take a knife and I'm just going to cut the stems off of the parsley. Take a knife and chop the parsley up really fine until it resembles coarse crumbs. Here we have our fresh basil. I'm going to start by removing the leaves off of the stem of the basil. I might take 1 or 2 of the stems and just break those up and add those into the basil leaves. Take a knife and chop the basil up really well until it resembles coarse crumbs. Here we have our fresh oregano. We're going to get started by removing the leaves off of the stem of the oregano. And of course, I'm going to leave some parts of the stem in the oregano. Take a knife and chop the oregano up really fine until it resembles coarse crumbs. Here we have our fresh thyme. We're going to take our fingers and we're going to glide the leaves off of the stem of the thyme. And also keep in mind, when it comes down to your herbs, you only need a small amount of this anyways. Take a knife and chop the thyme up really well until it resembles coarse crumbs. And also keep in mind, instead of using fresh herbs, you can also use the dried herbs as well. Alright, here we have our large tomato. We're going to get started by taking a knife and cutting the tomato in half. Next, you're going to take the knife and remove the stem from the center of the tomato halves. Take a spoon and dig out the insides of the tomato halves and place them into a shallow bowl. Remember, we only want to use the outer skin of the tomato. This is the second half here. Just remove the insides out of there and place that into a shallow bowl. And there we have our 2 tomato shells. Take a knife and chop the outer portion of the skin of the tomato into diced tomatoes. And there we have it, diced tomatoes. Alright, let's get started with making our tomato sauce. So in this large glass bowl, add 3 6-ounce cans that's 18 ounces in weight total, of tomato paste right on in there. And to that, I'm going to add 2 1/4 cups of water. Take a whisk and stir all the ingredients together. Now you first want to start off really slow. And then as the ingredients start to incorporate, then you increase speed as you go. Alright, that looks good. Alright, let's get started with preparing our shrimp. So here we have a shrimp. We're going to take the head off the shrimp and place that into one bowl. And from there, we're going to peel the shell off of the shrimp tail and place that into the bowl with the shrimp heads. And take the shrimp tail and place that into a separate bowl. To devein the shrimp, along the top right here, this is where the shrimp's digestive tract is located. Take a sharp knife and cut out the back portion of the shrimp. Open that up. And here is the contents of the shrimp's digestive tract. You're going to take your fingers and you're going to remove that out of there. And from there, your shrimp tails have been deveined. Add your shrimp tails into this large strainer. Rinse the shrimp tails off really well with cold water. Once you're done, place the shrimp tails into your refrigerator until they're ready to be cooked. Preheat your fire to medium heat. Alright, let's get started with making our shrimp stock. So in this large 8-quart pot, add 1 1/2 quarts of water. And for your seasonings, add a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/8 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, and a 1/2 teaspoon of Chef Paul Prud'homme's Seafood Magic. Stir all your ingredients together. Add your shrimp heads and shells right on in there. Give this a quick stir. Cover the pot with a lid. Leave the lid open just a little bit just to allow some of the steam to escape. Let this simmer for 40 minutes, stirring occasionally. Alright, it's been about 40 minutes now. And from there, our shrimp stock is done. Now you're going to go ahead and turn your fire off. Here I have a medium-sized bowl with a mesh strainer inside of it. Add the shrimp stock along with the shrimp heads and shells into the mesh strainer. Now you're going to shake the mesh strainer to allow some of the shrimp stock to drain into the bowl. And from there you can discard the shrimp heads and shells. And there you have it, homemade shrimp stock from scratch. Once done, you should have about 4 cups of shrimp stock left over. Preheat your fire to medium heat. Alright, let's get started with making our Shrimp Creole. So in the large saucepan, I let it get hot for about 1 to 2 minutes. Add 4 tablespoons of salted or unsalted butter right on in there. Spread the butter around the saucepan. Let the butter melt. Add 1 cup of chopped yellow onion, 3/4 cup of chopped celery, and a 1/2 cup of chopped green bell pepper. Stir all your ingredients together. Cover with a lid. Let this saute for 8 to 10 minutes, stirring occasionally. Alright, it's been about 8 to 10 minutes now. And as you can see, our seasonings are starting to caramelize a little bit. That's exactly what we want. Add your 3 cloves of pressed garlic right on in there, followed by 1 1/4 cups of your diced tomatoes. Give this a quick stir. Add your tomato sauce right on in there. Let's add some seasoning. Add a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, a 1/2 teaspoon of Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, a 1/2 teaspoon of Chef Paul Prud'homme's Seafood Magic, 1 tablespoon of your freshly chopped oregano, 1 tablespoon of your freshly chopped basil, a 1/2 teaspoon of your freshly chopped thyme, 1 tablespoon of freshly chopped parsley, 4 bay leaves, a 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, a 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and to cut the acid of the tomato, you're going to add 1 teaspoon of sugar. Stir all your ingredients together. Add 1 1/2 cups of your shrimp stock right on in there. Stir all your ingredients together with a whisk until combined. Cover with a lid. Let this simmer for 15 minutes, stirring occasionally. Alright, it's been about 15 minutes now. Wait a minute, do not remove the lid off of your saucepan just yet. Turn your fire all the way down and wait for about 1 minute so that way the simmering can go down some. After 1 minute, then you can remove the lid off of your saucepan. I'm going to give this another quick stir. Add your shrimp tails right on in there. Stir all your ingredients together. Cover with a lid. Let this come up to a simmer first. Then you're going to let it simmer for 4 minutes. Alright, it's been about 4 minutes now. I'm going to give this one last final quick stir. And from there, your shrimp creole is now done. Now you're going to go ahead and turn your fire off. Now for some quick tips, let this cool for about 20 to 25 minutes before serving. And for best results, serve this the very next day so that way the flavors can settle and increase overnight. Preheat your fire to medium heat. Alright, let's get started with cooking our rice. So in this medium-sized 4-quart pot, I've added 1 1/2 quarts of water. And to that, I'm going to add 1 1/2 cups of jasmine rice, or any type of long grain rice of your choosing. Give this a quick stir. Let this simmer for about 7 to 12 minutes, stirring occasionally. Alright, it's been about 7 to 12 minutes now. Make sure you taste test your rice to ensure it's at your desired texture. Now you're going to go ahead and turn your fire off. Add your rice into a mesh strainer. Be careful as this is very hot. Rinse your rice off with cold water. Place the mesh strainer with the rice in it on top of your pot. Put a lid on top. Let the rice set for about 15 to 20 minutes before serving. And from there, our meal is complete. Here is the final presentation. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. New Orleans Shrimp Creole, made by a New Orleans native. If you like my channel, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell button if you want to be notified of my videos. I have an official website for all of my recipes, including this one. Go to www.charliethecookandrews.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter under the name Charlie the Cook Andrews. Stay tuned as Charlie's Taste Test is coming up next. Can't wait. Now it's time to go eat and take a bite. Man, the flavor of this is outstanding. It has a wonderful shrimp flavor. The shrimp is so tender it literally melts in your mouth. And then you have all the flavors from the seasonings, herbs, and spices. And it also has a little kick to it. It's not overly spicy to where it's overpowering. It has just the right amount of heat and spiciness to it to where you can enjoy it. Oh my goodness, y'all. Flavorful and absolutely delicious. So, give the recipe a try. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, have a good one. Peace.